Good morning. Let's breathe together. Start by getting comfortable and warm and cozy. Maybe a sweater or a blanket. And comfortable. Maybe in your bed, on your back with your legs uncrossed, the sofa, the floor, the recliner, or sitting in a chair with your sit bones evenly planted, your knees at 90 degrees and your feet flat on the floor, hip distance apart, toes forward. Now lift your chest and tuck your chin back towards your neck gently. Open the channel for the breath and the nerve impulses to flow from your brain to your body. And pull the air in through both nostrils, if you can, and pull it down to the bottom lobes of the lungs, where all the blood circulates. Not all the blood, but most of the blood. It's amazing how much is at the bottom relative to the top. They suggest that there's a half a teacup at the top and a whole liter at the bottom. And so as you pull the air down, you allow the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide, and you take advantage of the volume of exchange by drawing your breath down. Pull it down, and as you pull it down, continue pulling. Your diaphragm drops and the belly rounds up, and as you continue to pull, you round across your rib cage and around the back and the upper chest and around, so that you round up like a barrel, a whole body complete breath. And we create health by the pattern of our breath and increasing that healthy exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen. And we don't have to remind ourselves to breathe. We breathe all the time. And we breathe multiple times a minute. And so any change we create is amplified. By its consistency and its frequency. Good. Now just quietly and easily breathe, not trying too hard, allowing the breath to flow, rounding up, breathing in through both nostrils and letting the nose do its job of warming and filtering and humidifying the air, and then breathing out and letting the air flow out, either through the mouth or the nose, gently lengthening and flattening on the exhale, the belly button moving back to the spinal column, and a rhythm. Eyes closed and rolled up to the brow point, that point that yogis call the third eye, the eye that sees within. Good. And now add some movement to the movement of the breath. Begin to just move, wiggle. noticing every space and giving it a little nudge to wiggle. Your feet and your ankles, calves and your knees, the thighs, the buttocks, moving up into the body, continuing to just wiggle everything. Your shoulders and your arms and your hands and your fingers. All the parts of your face, just wiggle and feel the movement as you breathe gently, not holding your breath with the movement, but continuing to breathe and wiggle. And then lie quietly and continue the breath. Continue the conscious breath, rounding up on the inhale and gently lengthening and flattening on the exhale. Good. On the next breath, pull the air all the way down and round up. And as you get to the top, take in 3 extra sniffs and fill that last bit of space. And then let the breath flow out. And at the bottom, 3 puffs to let go of the last bit of air. And breathe that pattern several times. Sniffing at the top and puffing at the bottom. Maybe coughing a couple of times and helping clear the lungs. And sniffing and puffing and building your lung capacity. Good. And now the breath, pulling it in and rounding up, and letting it flow out as you gently lengthen and flatten. And notice the flow of the breath and extend the exhale out through rounded lips. Try a count of 6 or 8 on the exhale. And inhale perhaps a 4 count. And then exhale through rounded lips, a 6 or an 8 count. And find your pattern and rhythm for the day, what fits you. And begin to count the breath, extending the exhale gently, rounding up on the inhale and then letting the breath flow out through rounded lips. A quiet breath, easy. And there's a time of darkness as winter, the winter solstice approaches. The days are short and the darkness is predominant. And we can view it as an invitation to rest. An invitation to stillness. And we breathe consciously, extending our exhale. Quiet. And this season of darkness is an invitation to listen deeply, not just to the outer world, but to the wisdom that comes from within. That inner voice. So breathe and extend the exhale. And greet your inner voice. A time to listen. And tune into that voice. It's the voice of your heart and soul. And practicing the breath and the quiet, listening will support deeper listening. Reflection. A great practice and a perfect time of year. To welcome the inner voice and listen. Continue breathing, the conscious breath extending the exhale out through rounded lips, comfortable and quiet. Listening. And enjoying. The voice within. Let the bowls and the birds serenade you as you continue to breathe. Lengthening the exhale and enjoying the quiet and the dark. And may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Have a great day.